Hey guys, you're watching One and Only. My name is AJ. Welcome to The Long Dark. Now, I am really excited about starting this series. I done an episode 0 a few days ago on the channel to build up a little bit of hype, to show you a little bit of the mechanics of the game and how brutal it is, but also to show you how immersive this game is. It's one of the most immersive games I have ever played in my life. You get really into it, so much so that I have to wear a jumper when playing this game because it makes me feel cold. Like, look at this image, right? It's got the cold colours. Like, the wood on that cabin looks cold. It's got snow on top. We've got a wind coming through, blowing the grass, giving that wind chill factor. It's just a cold game. So I recommend to everybody watching this, they go and get a jumper on, they go and get a drink, and they go and get a snack, because it makes me feel hungry and thirsty playing this as well, because food's quite difficult to come by. Now, I'm going to admit to you guys, I have actually tried to record this series already. Today, in fact, earlier today. But the difficulty that I had it on made it too difficult. I was actually on Voyager, which is your normal setting, which works great for when you're playing the game on your own casually. It's hard, like I said, a well-balanced difficulty, but difficult. And it was too difficult for YouTube series, okay? YouTube, it's always difficult to explain, but when you're playing a game on YouTube, you have to play it differently to how you would play it on your own. I have to think about what you guys can see. I have to think about how entertaining certain things are. I can't spend forever doing one thing, like in Minecraft. You guys don't watch me strip mine for 3 hours, okay? But it needs to be done, so I have to do that off camera, and then on camera we do something fun. It's the same in this game. There's certain things that aren't going to be interesting to watch, and those things become more common the harder up the difficulty that we go. So I then tried a custom one. I went in and I made up my own custom settings, but that made it even more difficult, in fact, for some reason. So we're actually going to play on Pilgrim, which is the easiest setting. It's for new players, mostly, and wildlife do not attack unless provoked. Well, if we want to provoke them, then we can just go over and we can provoke them and get that experience out of it. That's the only real difference as far as like game mechanics go between all of the settings, is that on Pilgrim, wolves won't seek you out as such. It's a little bit disappointing that we have to do it that way, but for YouTube I don't have a choice, okay? It's just a little bit of a sacrifice that we need to make. We're going to start in Mystery Lake though, which is the most balanced area. I feel it's the best place for beginners to start at. There's actually a lot of areas that you can start at, and some of these I've never seen before. I'm sure I've never seen before. This game has been updated 2 or 3 times since I last played it. I used to play it a lot, but it's been so long that I've actually sort of forgotten a lot of the strategies and techniques used to make this game a little bit less brutal, a little bit easier to survive in. So let's just start off. Hopefully we've got a dawn start, or at least a midday start. If we start at dusk or midnight, you guys aren't going to be able to see anything because it's pitch black. And at least for the first episode, I want you guys to at least see some stuff. So it is, it's coming up to, it's dawn coming up to midday. Great start. We've actually started, I think, in the same cabin as we started in episode 0, which is great. It's going to be a great way to sort of remind you guys about the game and introduce ourselves that way. It's sort of a gentle start for us. So all of loot and stuff is all random though, so we're not going to find the same stuff as what we found in here last time. In fact, let's have a look at our inventory. What have they given us to begin with? So they've given us some clothes, a one piece of wood. It's not that like friendly of a start. Even on the easiest difficulty, they don't like just hand you a good start.
I think I can use this.
Lantern fuel. That's fair. 2 lantern fuels. If we can find a lantern, that's actually really, really useful. Especially for YouTube, a lantern is going to be more important than normal. When you're playing this casually, you can sort another lantern fuel and some more matches. When you're playing this casually, you can get away without really using lanterns. Like, inside is pitch black at night time. Outside is dark, but you can just barely see. Now, for YouTube, you won't be able to see anything. So we're going to have to use a lantern or matches or something to get by. So having that much lantern fuel in our first episode is very handy. Tin of sardines? No. A storm lantern. Oh, excellent. This is the dream YouTube start. Summit soda, a nice bit of drink there. I think that's everything. Oh, is that a can opener? That is indeed a can opener. Not the most important item in the game. You can actually open tins without them. But that's very handy to have nonetheless. I'm going to pick up basically everything, even these stacks of paper. You don't usually pick up stacks of paper for too long. You find better ways of starting fires. But for the moment, we've got a lot of inventory space, so we might as well use them. One baseball cap, another stack of papers. We've got 11.72 kilograms out of 30. That's how our inventory works in the game. For those of you that missed last episode, it doesn't work like Minecraft with inventory slots. It works on weight, so every item in the game has a weight. Simple Parker. I'll pick it up. We might not need it though. A bedroll. I think the game starts you off with a bedroll, so I don't need to worry about that. I shall leave it here because it'll be very handy to have as a backup, and I know where one is then. Painkillers. We picked up that note last episode, so I'm not going to bother reading it again. Books are very handy to burn. I always pick up books. They're probably a really underrated item. I seem to be the only person that really pays too much attention to them for fuel. There obviously are the books in the game that allow you to increase some skills. Fire starting, gathering, hunting, foraging, all things like that. But yeah, so where do we go then? Where do we head off to? Do we go straight down to the fishing huts? I know there's actually some more interior buildings over there that could give us some decent stuff to begin with. If we can get off to a really strong start, I'll be really happy. Our goal is going to be to survive 7 days in this series. It's going to be like a mini-series, and I don't actually know how long 7 days is going to last, how many episodes that's going to be, because a day can be quite drastically different in time depending on what you do in it. Obviously, there's a wolf over there, see it? And a couple of... the wolf is being stalked by some deer. So depending on what you do in the day, like if we do a lot of cooking and we pass a lot of time fishing and things, a day can go quite quickly. If we don't and we just use it for exploration, a day can last actually a very long time. Also, a very good side note, a very good thing to know for you guys who want to play this game, the game only saves, you cannot save manually, it will only auto-save when you go in or out of a loading zone building. So like that house that we were just in, there's sort of a loading screen between the two. Unlike these ones, although these are houses, there's no like loading screen between them. It'll only save when you go in or out of a building, or when you get injured or attacked. So if you jump off a building, or jump off a rock and sprain your ankle, a rifle cartridge, handy. It'll save, or if you get attacked or bit by wolves, it'll save. I think to stop you from cheating and just reloading back up before you got injured. This is handy though. Back to the game. A line, okay, and a hook. Unbelievable that they would spawn like in the same thing like this. Sewing kit, very handy. Piece of cloth, we can use that to craft bandages out of. Some reclaimed wood, very handy. We should really be a bit careful on collecting enough resources before it gets to night time to survive our first night here. This is a fishing hole, and now that we've got a line and a hook, ooh, nearly missed that. Some milk, not the greatest. Oh, and a plastic container up here. Stacy's grape soda. So, can I actually combine these? I can, in my inventory. It'll take me 10 minutes to sort of tie this hook and this line together. But now I have a fishing tackle, hopefully, in my inventory. Just double check, make sure I did it right. Yeah, I do. So, I can't get through there yet. I need something to break the ice. A knife, a hatchet, a pry bar, I think would even break the ice. Before I can start fishing, because the hole is frozen over at the moment. I think in all of these cabins there are a fishing hole. See those those eagles or crows or whatever you want to call them? They're circling above either a dead body or a carcass of an animal or something. It looks like it's a dead body actually. I can see it from here. A adventurer like us that didn't survive. Didn't do well. Hopefully it's not going to be us. He had a piece of charcoal on him. Oh, how handy. Another piece of cloth, some cedar firewood, and a tinder plug. Very handy. A good little start there. Some more grape soda. anything in these drawers. I love how you can search like individual drawers in this game. It's so like, that's a really cool touch. Newspaper. Oh, a ragged wool scarf. Can I put that on? I don't know where it goes into, what spot it goes into. Ah, it goes into that one. Okay, where? Cool. Yeah, a little bit of a scarf on. That'll definitely help out. I think we picked up a sewing kit as well. Oh, and it gave us one to begin with. So we can, on a quiet night when we don't have much to do, repair some of our stuff. Repair our clothes with a couple of sewing kits. Very handy, that is. We just need to make sure that we've got enough cloth and stuff to be able to use to repair it. So we need to make sure we break down some curtains or some rugs or stuff like that to give us the material to repair our stuff up with. I don't know what condition our stuff's in. 27, 32, 22, 74, 95, 47. Not great. Actually, the sort of top half of our stuff is in pretty bad condition. Okay, so I've searched those two cabins. I haven't searched those two fishing huts though. Let's start here and sort of work our way around this side of the lake. This lake's actually safe to walk on. There are some lakes in the game that will break when you stand on them, and you'll fall through them. There's no jumping in the game either. You can't jump. I don't know why. The game developers just didn't want you to be able to do that. I suppose it would cheat the terrain a little bit, I would imagine. Can I get in here? Is there a door? There is. No, there isn't. There is. I was going to say. Where's the door? How do I get into this place? Alright. What have we got in here then? A bin. So your first day / night is sort of an emergency resource gathering race. Really. After that, you can be a little bit more strategic on where you want to go and how you want to do things. But to begin with, you just sort of want to pick up everything. Like, here's some cloth. It'll take us 6 minutes to break down into cloth. I'm going to leave it there because there's some more handy. I can probably break this down as well. Yeah, 15 minutes and we'll get 3 cloth out of that. So it's a little bit of a better. If you're going to, if you had the time to do either, you would want to do the one that takes longer, but you get a lot more out of it. You get sort of more cloth per minute. Wasn't too much in there. I probably am going to miss a lot of things in this series, and I know you guys are going to let me know in the comment section below. You missed painkillers at 5 minutes 33 seconds. It just sort of happens. Dog food. Ew. We probably will end up drinking that. Drinking it, probably eating it at some point. It is more of a drink, isn't it? With that. A stone in the bin. Stone. I mean, it's definitely not good loot, but if we can get a rabbit with it, then that'd be fantastic. Oh, nothing in the trunk. That'd have been great to have some good loot in there. Books, as I say, always take. I love them. We had a pretty good start. Like, in those fishing huts, we actually had a lot of loot. In these buildings, though, we haven't had too much luck at all. I mean, some tinder plugs and some newspapers, yeah, great, but well, some better stuff than that. Let's head towards those fishing huts over there. I'm actually going to pick up a couple of more rocks while we're out here as well. And while we've got the weight space, just in case we come across a rabbit, if we can take a rabbit down, that would be very handy. Give us some actual meats, some staple food. What are our statuses looking like? So we're not too cold. We are getting colder though. There's actually two. Ooh. I came from there. Oh, there is a hut there. We'll head over here first. We've got 2 down arrows on our temperature, so it is actually pretty cold. We can tell you how cold it is actually. It feels like minus 13. It's at 14, but a wind chill of minus 5. But then it feels a little bit warmer because of the clothes that we're wearing. It's probably that scarf actually helped out the most. I know we picked up some socks too. We should actually put those on. Where? Doesn't do too much, but having 2 pairs of socks will definitely make us feel a little bit warmer on our tootsies. A new location discovered. Lake cabins. Oh, is that a little backpack there? Looks like it. Great spot. Oh, nothing in it. It was a good spot if there was something in it. Oh, some wood. Yeah, fir firewood. Pick up these sticks too. We haven't picked up too many sticks here. Although I've got a little bit of reclaimed wood and some fur like we just picked up. I don't know if we've got enough wood to survive the night yet. I would like to make a fire last the night. Another backpack in here. Come on.
Thank you.
Okay, some more grave soda, some beef jerky, book. Oh yeah, we've definitely got enough books and stuff to make a fire last the night. I forgot about them. Crow feathers. These are quite cool. They're not used for too much apart from arrows, and I've never actually used, that I remember, a bow and arrow in this game yet. So maybe that's something that we can sort of aim to do in this series, is to make a bow and arrow. Ooh, wooden matches. Look at that. That could have been easily missed. I bet most of you guys would have missed that one. Okay. I'm starting to leave some newspapers and stuff lying about now because I know we've got a lot of them. We don't need to worry too much. Where did that wolf go, by the way, as well? Although we're on a difficulty, although we've been forced into the difficulty of where wolves don't attack us unless provoked, if we get too close to them, that will provoke them. So we're not, if we're, like, what would be the word? If we're a bit silly about how we go about things in our movement, we might walk into, or close enough to a wolf to provoke her, which will then be problematic. Anything under the bed there? Could you imagine just a rifle laying underneath the bed? Oh, what a start that would be. Okay, anything in this broken down house? I can't get in, I can't go inside of it. No, it's full of snow. It's just like an area fill. Okay. So I sort of need to be a little bit careful for recording reasons about when we end off episodes. Because the game only saves when we get hurt or go in and out of a building, that means I either need to fall off a rock to sprain my ankle in order for the game to save so I can quit when I've finished recording, or we have to make sure we finish the episode off by a building so we can sort of go into the building and save that way. I hear wolves. I hear wolves. I remember. I noticed as well when I was editing episode 0, the test episode for this series, that towards the end of the episode, it got a little bit loud. The volume got a little bit loud. So I have turned down the volume. Oh, a whole box of ammo. 5 bullets? No. Oh, we need to find a gun now. If we find a rifle, we are like set for food. We can just take down deer with a rifle. And GG, it's game over. A decent wool scarf. That might actually be better than our scarf that we've got on at the moment. Or in fact, the hat was just better. The hat's just better overall. So we'll wear 2 hats. Oh, unless... Oh yeah, this scarf is better than the old hat, so we'll put that on. There we go. Good combination. I could put that on as well. Our sprint is at 92%, so we're pretty good for... like, not other shoes. We're pretty good for like clothes and stuff. We haven't got too much on that it's slowing us down. Anyway, I was going to say something then, and I forgot. I'm going to go to that hut, and then we're going to go to that cabin, and I think that's where we're going to end off the episode. Okay. Yeah, so I've turned down the volume. Yes, what I was saying. I've turned down the volume, so hopefully it's not too quiet for you guys now. You can still hear like the wind and the wolves and stuff, and me walking, and sometimes my character says stuff like when he's cold. But hopefully you can hear my voice, my commentary over it as well, a little bit better. Man, that wolf is that way. I can definitely hear it. Where this oh, also, as well as wearing a jumper when playing this game, you have to listen to this video with headphones on, because like you'll hear exactly like how I am. You'll hear exactly where the wolves are. Ooh, a couple of bits of reclaimed wood. Nothing.
I think I can use this.
And a couple more drinks. We're pretty good for food and drink for a little while. I think they're only sort of chocolate bars that we've picked up. But having all of these cans of drink is very handy. It means that we're not going to have to worry about boiling our own water, or actually melting our own snow and then boiling the water to make it safe to drink. It's a two-stage thing to make your own water in the game. You have to melt snow first, and then once the snow is melted, you then need to boil it to make it safe to drink. Otherwise you can get illnesses, you can get parasites and stuff from drinking unsafe water. Everything in this game wants to kill you, like everything, even the water. Alright, some more books. I must be getting pretty close. Yeah, I'm getting really close already to my weight limit. Pork and beans. So I'm not going to pick up any more books for the moment. They're getting a little bit warmer as well, being inside these little huts. Ooh, some more boots. Are they better than our shoes that we're using now? Okay, so they keep the water out more, and they give us more protection. But they're not as good overall, I don't think. Are we overweight by that? No, we're not overweight quite yet. I'm going to have to be a little bit careful on what we start picking up now, because we haven't got tools or anything yet, and tools are very heavy. Like tools, hatchets and rifles and saws and stuff. Very, very heavy. Another sewing kit. Okay, I'm going to, I think, leave it here. We're just after midday, so next episode should probably get us all the way to night time. And, yeah, I can't wait for it. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode. Bye!